customer who tipped a fake $100 bill. So I work at this diner downtown where most customers are either truckers passing through or regulars who've been coming here since before I was born. There's this one guy, Brett, who shows up maybe twice a month. Always orders the same thing: coffee, scrambled eggs, wheat toast. Tips like $3 on a $15 check. Nothing wrong with that. But he's not exactly lighting up my day either. Last month, Brett walks in with this woman I'd never seen before. She's all dressed up, hair done, the works. They sit at table 6 instead of his usual spot at the counter. I could tell this was some kind of special occasion for him because he actually combed his hair and wore a button-down shirt instead of his usual wrinkled polo. Everything went normal during their meal. They ordered appetizers, entrees, even dessert. Brett was being all charming, asking her about her job, making jokes. The woman seemed into it. When they finished eating, Brett asked for the check with this big grin on his face. I brought it over and set it down. Their total was $48. As I'm walking away, I hear Brett say to his date, "Watch this." I turn around just in time to see him pull out what looks like a crisp $100 bill and place it on top of the check. The woman's eyes went wide. "Oh, wow, that's so generous," she said. Brett caught me looking and winked. "Oops, you weren't supposed to see that yet," he laughed. "But yeah, good service deserves good tips." I was honestly shocked. This guy never tips more than 20%, and here he was dropping $100 on a $48 check. That would have been the best tip I'd gotten all year. I finished clearing their table and waited for them to leave before going back to collect the money. When I unfolded the bill, my heart sank. It was one of those fake hundreds you can buy at novelty stores. It looked real from a distance, but up close it said, "For motion picture use only," in tiny letters. The back was completely wrong too. I stood there holding this stupid fake money feeling like an idiot. This guy had planned this whole thing out just to impress his date. He made me think I was getting a massive tip when really he was just showing off. I told my manager Danny about it and he shook his head. "That's messed up," Danny said. "Keep that bill though. You never know." So I stuck the fake $100 in my car's cup holder and basically forgot about it. 2 weeks later, Danny comes running up to me during the dinner rush. "Guess who just walked in?" he says with this evil grin. It was Brett, and he had the same woman with him again. They requested table 6 again. "Want me to give you their table?" Danny asked. "I know you've been waiting for this." I looked over at Brett and his date getting cozy in their booth. The fake $100 was still in my car. "Absolutely," I said. I ran out to the parking lot and grabbed the bill from my cup holder. My hands were actually shaking a little as I walked back inside. I served them normally through the whole meal, acting like nothing had happened last time. Brett seemed nervous though. He kept glancing at me like he was waiting for me to say something. When they finished eating and asked for the check, I brought it over. Then I placed the fake $100 on the table, unfolded so you could clearly see the motion picture use only text. "Hey Brett," I said loud enough for other tables to hear. "I think you forgot this last time." Figured it was too generous of a tip anyway. His date looked confused. She picked up the bill and studied it. "What is this?" she asked. Brett's face turned red. "I have no idea what that is," he stammered. "I've never seen that before in my life." "Oh, my mistake," I said, smiling. "Must belong to someone else then." I picked up the fake bill and walked away. I watched from behind the counter as his date examined the check and started asking him questions. Their voices got louder. She was saying things like, "Are you serious right now?" and "This is so embarrassing." Brett kept trying to explain but was digging himself deeper. They left about 10 minutes later. When I went to clear their table, there was a big 0 written on the tip line of the credit card slip, but sitting where the woman had been was a real $50 bill. I'm pretty sure she left that tip and made Brett write 0 on the receipt to make a point. They haven't been back since, and it's been 3 weeks now.